Hey, Stephanie, I've got your image up here. Now, the first thing and the most obvious thing I'm seeing is the fact that this is not a flattened PSD. I'm sorry, it's not a, it is a flattened PSD. It should not be flattened. It should be a fully layered PSD. As we go over here, we see the submission requirements, mission specifications indicate that the image should be saved as an unflattened PSD file. However, right now we see everything has been reduced to one layer. So this image has been flattened. The next thing I'm seeing is that some of the background, if we zoom in here, we can see that some of those edits could be done, executed a little bit more efficiently. In other words, the wall right here stops and it jumps up here and then it continues again. And then we can see the same pattern. We see this kind of little structure here with these two gray blocks. We see the same thing here. So that's indicating repetition, and you don't want that in digital restoration because that indicates editing, and it's a telltale sign that the image has been digitally enhanced. We can see the same thing right here, and then also right here, and then over here on this part of the crack too. Okay, and so the next thing I'm noticing is that the extra steps have not been executed. So once you have finished a lesson, make the following additional changes to the document. Use any of the repair tools to remove the crack. Looks like you did that. That's a good job. But then we have the additional, use a spot healing brush to remove the spots and the flaws in the foreground. And I can show you that if we just zoom in here. And all that's saying is that we're going to use the healing brush tool. But before I do that, I want to duplicate that background layer because I don't want to work directly on the background layer because it'll be destructive. So what we can do here is take our spot healing brush right here, the one that looks like a Band-Aid, click that, and then we can just click on these images, on these areas that are damaged, and we can repair those immediately with one click. See how great that works? We can even repair this big crack in the wall right here. Good job, huh? Pretty cool. Okay, and then finally, the other thing, a couple of other additional things is that you're going to change the color of the woman's shoes using an adjustment layer. I want to show you a cool technique on that. Let's zoom in there. I'm going to use a quick mask on this. I think it's a really neat technique. You don't have to do anything. Just go into quick mask mode. There it is right there. I'm going to go to my brush tool, and I'm going to make sure that black is my foreground color. And I'm just going to paint on the quick mask where the green shoes are. This is going to create a selection. And for that selection, we can, and then it says it's just another selection technique. I mean, you can go in here with your pen tool, your direct, your quick select tool, any one of your lasso tool, any one of your selection tools that will get this thing selected will work the same way. So let's get this guy selected. I just think this is a really neat and intuitive way to make a selection. So there, all the green parts of her shoes are now selected. So when I exit quick mask, that's going to be selected. So, but when I go to Command 0 to look at the full size, we can see that the outer side of the image has also been selected. So I need to go across the top and say select inverse on that, and that's going to pull that selection right in just to the shoes. At this point, I can take my layers and I can just add an adjustment layer right there. And let's go to color balance. Okay, there's the mask, and what I can do right now is just go right to my properties for color balance and watch the shoes. See how they change color? Pretty cool, huh? Very cool. Okay, and then finally, the other last technique is one that we've all been doing for the last couple weeks now, so I won't demonstrate that, but you need to add an image here, mask out the background, and then add an adjustment layer to make adjustments to, clip an adjustment layer to that added image just to make sure that, that it's affecting only that particular layer. Okay, so pretty good job with your restoration tools, but the main issue I'm seeing is that there's a lack of following instructions for the overview as well as the submission specification. So those deductions will be based on that specific set of circumstances. Okay, any questions? Let me know. Thank you.